I was teaching full-time and working full-time as a fitness professional, and I completely burned out. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't taking good care of myself.
You were probably doing this like all day long, like
Right.
tons of classes and cardio
And I mean, not just teaching, but giving. So when you teach, you give your energy, you give your time.
Yeah.
You're not really like, yes, while the feeling of making someone else feel better gives you that reward, you don't really replenish or restore your own self. And it wasn't the right fit. Some people really... Too much. It was just too much. It was also too much of like living in fight or flight mode because...
a lot of adrenaline.
And again, that creates like insomnia, all sorts of like health problems. When you're in fight or flight mode and you're not taking that downtime to rest and recharge your physical or mental self, you completely burn out.
Burnout is such a huge topic for doctors. We're actually just now talking about this in the physician group that I work for. If you're not happy, if you feel like, I gotta go to work again, like even in medicine where it's very satisfying. We help people, but it's hard. It's traumatic. How do you balance that?
They say the happiest people in the world like aren't necessarily like, the most fit or the most like religious with their diet, but they're those who are connected to themselves and their lives and they're present. And usually when your spirit's in good shape, when you're feeling alive and you're feeling happy, you make good choices. You choose to eat foods that fuel you with energy. You choose to move your body in a way that makes you feel good. You're more fun to be around. You're better to work with. When your mental and spiritual state are in a really happy, good place, then you naturally do things that make you feel better and continue that going on. So I think most people think it's an external, like, if I just get in shape and if I lose the weight and if I eat this diet, then I'll be happy. But it actually really does work when you work on the internal. How's my mindset? How's my mood? What am I doing to take care of my mental and emotional health?
Yeah.
So
I saw this quote the other day. The way that I would put it, it's not even a quotable thing, but the key to happiness is integrity. And what I mean by that is whatever it is that you believe that's important to you, that you live that your actions reflect that you live consistently with that. So like you're saying, you're gonna eat well and take care of yourself and do all these things, but it's the inside that leads the way on that.
Right, and everyone's different. I mean, everyone values different things in their lives. But really sitting down to make sure that your actions are in line with your values. Are you making time for family if that's important to you?
That you are living your life, nobody else's life. Your life.
Well, because I think today too, and even if you love your job, I think it's hardest, self-care is hardest for the people who love their jobs. Because your job is, you love it and you're great at it and it's a beautiful thing. So how do you balance that job you love with not burning out? How do you do all this preventative work on yourself and recognize that it's really important? Because I'm the same, like I love my work. I would do it 24/7 if I didn't stop myself.
You did do it 24/7.
Exactly. So like you put in, no, you know what? I'm going to take Sunday off. I'm not going to answer emails. I'm not going to do this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Because I know if I take that time, then I have more gas in my tank to do what I want to do.
So let me ask you this while we're on this topic. So for you, what are the things you have to do to sharpen the saw?
Oh gosh. Well, I don't pick up my cell phone. No text, no emails before 9. So
before 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Okay. What else?
So having like a really structured boundaries with my tech, because that kind of sets boundaries with my work too. So
boundary with your tech?
Tech.
What does that mean? I know we're in San Francisco. What does that mean?
Text messages, emails, Facebook,
what kind
Twitter.
of boundaries for you do you use for that? Because I think that's really important. I mean, like how many times have I just gotten lost in my phone doing whatever?
Yeah. For me, it's like setting it to bed at a certain time. So if I know that like I want...
So you turn your phone off by...
It depends.
An hour before bedtime
an hour before
or
bed.
whatever. Okay.
I meditate. And mindfulness-based stress reduction I also think is great. Being more mindful of your thoughts and your emotions that are influencing your actions. That's key. Because some people, there's so much going on up there. And you have to create space to like sort it out so that you can be more intentional with every day, with everything that you're doing. So I practice it all, the body, the mind, and the spirit. And I think it's hard for like high achieving, driven people to practice self-care.
What are your challenges to balance now?
Finding the pause, like balancing the schedule and like making sure that I have enough time for rest and recovery and recharging. You have to have a vision. Like, what does wellness mean to you? And for everybody, it's different. Some people, it's having time to have dinner with their families, or having time to read good books, or go dance the night away, like Thursday night.
What was your vision? Club. Let me plug your book again. This is great because this is in the Gentleman's Diet. Chapter 1 is your compelling vision. Okay? In Balanced Body Breakthrough, I'm going to go to the index here, the table of contents. Chapter 1, Secrets for Success, creating a clear vision.
Right.
I totally agree. Like, that's where you have to start, is what do you want?
It's your life. You can't just like kind of, again, a quick fix or like doing something that's not intentional isn't really going to help you make much progress. So if you really want to have a wake-up call, it starts with you figuring out more about yourself and more about, what living a meaningful life means to you. And taking really smart, small action steps to make that happen.